welcome to Dezol Outdoors. As you see, we got a lot of different conditions today. Today we got cloud cover, we got wind, we got rain, we got a front coming through. This is what it's all about, September bass fishing. Going into the fall, these days are days I get excited about. They can be frustrating because, for one, they may not bite the top water sometimes. It just depends. It just depends on what kind of mood these fish are in. We're going to go to the backs of coves, check out some of these little pockets that have wind blowing into them. I'm going to probably make several passes to really find out, because I know there's fish around these areas. If they don't bite the buzz bait right away, we'll change to the blades. There are certain things that you have to do. Mix up the mechanics, change the techniques. Be around the places that are most opportune to have bass. So, we're going to get to this segment. I still check a lot of these windy points, boats. I'm just going through filming high percentage places where I believe one to be. They're going to be somewhere. I would believe sometimes they'll be around these places. But still, knowing that there's fish around is a huge part to really fishing these cliffs and docks correctly. Lifts in places like where you can't really make a good cast down the side of it. And a lot of it's just hang on tactics like that. A lot of it's a lot of hang on tactics. Decent fish too. And that blade. Straighten it out, didn't he? That's why I say you got to definitely be using some heavy lines. They don't jack around when they want it. Another nice fish. Definitely want to pay attention to the wind-blown areas. A lot of times they'll be the places holding fish. They'll be the places that'll hold a giant too. Wind can definitely be your friend. Every kind of wind-blown dock that I've hit today so far, and it's had some kind of wind on it, has been somewhat productive. And like I said, this is a segment where I'm just going through really fishing high percentage areas, more so than any. Everywhere you go to a wind-blown dock, you get them biting that blade. And these are all squeaker kind of fish, but they're biting it. Pulled up on another wind-blown dock. You only knew how many places we checked them today. It's amazing how many of these places we got to check. Some of these places. Years of experience and knowing where these fish set up. A lot of times the fish will sit right on the corner. And they really like to be around the boat lips a lot when it sets up. But you just continue to check them. And that's one of the biggest deals about this whole spinnerbait bonanza. You're checking a bunch of right down the sides of them boat lifts and stuff. I even go back like that to get a good lineup. Sometimes they may be positioned a little funny and you don't get that bite. This shaky head Senko, and then I'm throwing a jig a bunch. When I get to a lot of the shallower places where it's wood, no docks, no lifts or anything, and I'm just checking a bunch of these areas because I know that there's fish that are using it. And they may want something to react to. You got to keep that in mind too. It ain't always about flipping and pitching plastics at them. A lot of the time it's just putting that bait in the right opportune place to get bit. If they're there, they'll bite. But you really got to be efficient this time of year too. I still kind of go along because it's still summertime kind of in its own way. And I work a lot of this stuff over. I've covered so much water, and that's the key too. You got to be able to cover a lot of water and be willing to change baits on the fly a bunch. Because if they're there, they'll bite, but if they're not, you're not going to get bit. If you got wind on dock, pick up a blade or a crankbait. If you don't have anything like that, that's a good one. Get them on camera. Pretty awesome. And you catch them on camera and get to see it all unfold. And that's what September bass fishing is about right there. It's a hefty 3+. Good fish. He's sitting right up in that log jam, right where he should have been. Caught him on that Senko with a jewel shaky head. And that's a nice fish. I love it when a plan works out. I could give you towards the backs. I've made the adjustment that I found out that the fish are more so concentrated on the banks than anything else. At least that's what it's seeming like. And they've got their noses butted right up against the bank. Some of them are struggling to eat this big bait after this front, but this is part of it. When I'm going down the banks until I get to places where I think there absolutely might be fish congregated or sitting. There's one. That's a big one. He's got a choke too. On camera. Wow. Live and that's how you catch them. You just got to go down the bank and you'll be able to show them and do what you do. I think I've kind of got this figured out today. Another 4, maybe 4+ pound fish. Nice fish too. He choked it. You saw it live. In closing, I'd like to thank you for joining in to this September fall segment of Transition. I really made some pretty good decisions as a bass angler today. I didn't have a big limit by any means, maybe 12 pounds at the most. Had some key opportunities that I didn't capitalize on. We didn't put those on camera, but I'll be truthful about them. This is a time of year where if you get 5 fish on a consistent basis, you're doing something correct. Now, they may not be always the right pattern, but you're doing some of the correct things. So I'd like to just thank you for joining in to Dezol Outdoors, and thank you for your time.